Good morning, class family. It's a fantastic Friday. Get your fans ready. Fantastic. Let's look at our message together. Show me that you're a team and a class family. Follow along with your eyes and listen with your ears. Use your finger to point. Ready? Start in the top right-hand corner with the date. March 21st, 2025. Dear class family, today is Friday. We will learn a lot at school. First, we will learn about letters and sounds. Next, we will do literacy centers. Then, we will review and reread a poem. After that, we will apply phonics and vocabulary and context. Last, we will read a text, identify and describe story events. Love, Miss Joyner. All right, readers, we're going to look back and reread the message. Remember, that's what good readers do. They reread. They do this so their brain can understand the words on the page. Use your finger to point. Start in the top right-hand corner with the date. I noticed that the month is spelled with the capital letter M, then A-R-C-H. What does that say? You're right. It does say March. If you knew that, great job. Notice the capital letter M to start. Good writers and mathematicians capitalize the first letter of each month of the year because it's special and important. They also capitalize the first letter of each day of the week. Okay, readers, we're going to continue to reread from top to bottom and left to right. March 21st, 2025. Dear class family, today is Friday. It is Friday, and it's a fantastic Friday. Notice the capital letter T that starts that sentence and the period at the end. Remember, good writers start sentences with capital letters and end with punctuation marks. As we are rereading, notice how every sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a period. All right, before we continue to reread, we're going to review the punctuation marks that you'll see within the message. Remember, good writers use punctuation marks within their writing. Let's go ahead and say the name of each punctuation mark and skywrite. Are you ready? Period. At the end of telling sentences, statements, and abbreviations. Exclamation point, also called an exclamation mark. That's at the end of a sentence that shows strong feeling. Question mark at the end of question sentences, just like our question of the day. And comma. Good writers know where to use a comma within their writing. Looking back at the message, you can see a comma after the number for the date, after the greeting, after transitional words and phrases. At the bottom, when listing more than a few things, where it says last, we will read a text, and there's a comma, identify, comma, and describe story events. Good writers know when using a comma within their writing, they can list more than a few things, including that sight word and. Good writers know where to use punctuation marks within their writing and at the end of sentences. As we are rereading, notice those punctuation marks. We will learn a lot at school. Oh, that's true, class family. And we do that every single day, working on being a portrait of a graduate. We're practicing being a great communicator and collaborator by speaking clearly with our mouths and listening with our ears. That's what good communicators do. And each day at school, we're working hard, learning how to be a strong listener. Remember, a strong listener uses their eyes for watching, ears for listening, mouth is silent when someone else is speaking, and body is still and in one place. Are you being a strong listener in kindergarten? All right, at this time, we're going to review the transitional words and phrases that good readers and writers use. They do these words when they're putting the events of a story in order from beginning to end. Let's go ahead and read them together. Are you ready? First, next, then, after that, last. First, we will learn about letters and sounds. We will, and we'll use so many resources. We're grateful to learn with many things in person and online too. We have our alphabet chart from Benchmark Advance. We have a poster of it in the room. We have an electronic version that's uploaded to Schoology that we put on the smartboard. We even have a copy in the front of our homework folder. We use this to review letters, sounds, pictures to match that letter, and American Sign Language, starting all the way with A-I apple down to Z's zipper. We review every single letter and sound every single morning in kindergarten. We also have some YouTube channels. Shout out to Jack Hartman's YouTube channel, Mr. B's, The Singing Walrus, The Learning Station, and Hopscotch. Today we'll also be doing sight word dance, so we're excited for those resources in addition to Benchmark Advance and Brain Pop Jr. Next, we will do literacy centers. We'll go on Lexia Core 5 reading program on your iPads, pass more units, pump your brains with knowledge. You're also going to be meeting in a group with me to look at the decodable text, Meg Likes Bugs, focusing on the letter G like gorilla. We're going to go ahead and we're going to be working on this text in small group. We also are going to be good writers today using the 5 pre-writing strokes. So when we're making uppercase letter G and lowercase letter g, as well as writing the room, writing sentences, and writing CVC words, we're going to go ahead and be good writers. Then, one more thing. Then we will review and read a poem. Okay, so we will. And when we review and reread a poem, we actually have 2 that we're going to look at. We have Live Happily Ever After that we were reading yesterday. We are going to be reviewing and rereading this poem, as well as sharing. We've already read this poem before. We read it last week. We're going to be reviewing and rereading this one too. Good readers reread. That helps us to understand what we're reading better and to make more connections and to comprehend it. So, after that, we will apply phonics and vocabulary and context. We've been working on the letter G, like gorilla, and goose. We're going to be blending phonemes, tapping that beginning, middle, and ending sounds, saying that whole word. We'll be doing that while reading the decodable text, as well as when we're rereading Tip, Pig, Peg, Pig. We did this in our Unit 6 magazine. We also use the electronic version on the screen as it's read aloud, and the words are highlighted in yellow for us to guide along with our eyes. Last, we'll read a text. Identify and describe story events. We will. And we've been learning in Topic 6 that stories have a message. The essential question has been, how do we know what is right? We're going to be reflecting on that question and then reading the text, The Legend of the Coquille. We're going to go ahead, reread this, and as we're doing that, we're going to identify and describe story events. So we'll use the illustrations and the words to help us as we are discussing this and sharing our thinking, practicing being a great communicator and collaborator. It's going to be a fantastic day. Get your fans ready. Fantastic. Our question for today is a do you like question. Do you like yellow daffodils? Well, do you? Think about your answer and get ready to be a great communicator and share why. Do you like yellow daffodils?